wishes. It's Holly. Welcome to Dandelion Stitches. Welcome, welcome. How are you? How is life? How is just everything? Good? As good as it can be. Today is going to be our first of the little projects. Little projects for gift giving or just because you like a little project. So today we're going to be making these. And these are little containers. Actually, what they are is, remember these bowl cozies? If you've not ever made a bowl cozy, I will link a tutorial down below because I did one last year. I use these things all of the time. And it's just a smaller version. I really love these Italian ice things, and they're cold, so I usually wrap a napkin around them, but they pop right inside this little thing just beautifully. Also, a pint of ice cream works. Oops, that one had little stuff in it. Also, a can of soda works. No condensation. They're super cute. This was my first one, and then this one is the one that we will be making together. They're not exactly spit it out. They are not the easiest things to make. Well, no, they're not difficult. They're small. And so working in this like small area occasionally caused me to swear. I'm just throwing it out there. But once you've made like the first one, not so good. This one, really good. So once you've made one and you got it down, then it all starts to be a much happier thing. So I give you the dimensions and the cutting, and it's free. You can find a million of these patterns online. They're free. For your ice cream loving people, you could fill it with candy. You could put little gift cards. I mean, really, you could do a lot with them, and they're adorable. I mean, they're freaking adorable. This one does have a little bit of a resemblance for that Little Shop of Horrors, but they're not scary. So let's go ahead and do it, and then we'll come back together again at the end. Okay, we're going to start this tutorial the same way we start all tutorials, with what we're going to need. And we are making these little flowers. These hold ice cream, the smaller pint ice cream things. I'm going to be using cotton to make this, but flannel is a really good idea. It keeps your hands warm, and especially if you think you might want to make one for a guy. Flannel's a really good idea, but like I said, I'm going to use cotton. So you're going to need something to measure with, something to cut with. I'm going to suggest pins. I think pins work better in this instance than clips, but who am I to say? You use whatever binding tool you want to do. You're going to need something to mark with. You'll never see it again. So it doesn't have to be removable marker. It can just be a pen, but I have a friction pen. Let's just be realistic. It's possible that you're going to need one of these guys. I did, so just so you know. And something to poke out the corners with. These little dudes are really pointy little points. So you're going to need something. This has a particularly pointy point. This is a hair marker, a tiny hair marker. Maybe something not quite so pointy would be good, but this did work for me. So, you're going to need I only cut one. Right, Holly. You're going to need 2 pieces of batting, 8 inches, and then you're going to need 2 pieces of whatever fabrics that you're going to be using. This is what I've chosen to use. 1 for the lining and 1 for the outside. You can make them both the same. You can shake them up. You can even use orphan blocks and make them be patchwork. You do whatever makes you happy. So I'm gonna go and cut my second one of these, and we'll get to making these. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 2 pieces of interior and exterior, lining and exterior, and we're gonna turn them wrong sides up. And then we are going to take a piece of batting and center it. Don't obsess, just lay it on there. I say as I obsess. The idea is that the seam allowance is on the outside of the batting, but you know, it's all relative. So then you're going to take whatever you've chosen as your marking tool, and you're going to draw a nice big X on each one of these. So it doesn't have to be super bright or anything. It just has to be enough for you to be able to see it so you can sew down that line. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing to the other one, and then you're going to go to the machine and you're going to stitch on both of these lines. So you're stitching a nice X on both of these. I have my walking foot on. I would recommend it if you have one. If you don't, you know, you just make the best of it. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, here's where things start to get a little piddly. If you've ever made the bowl cozy before, it's the exact same process, but it's just littler. So we're going to fold them in half in any direction. You're going to end up doing all 4 sides, so it really doesn't matter. I do try to be kind of careful lining up corners and stuff, because later when you have to sew all these little, the closer you get stuff, the better off it is. Okay, so now we're basically making darts. We're gonna make the gussets in the sides. This little part. Boy, this one, I struggled. I struggled. This one's gonna be better. So I have just taken a piece of tape and marked it on my ruler so that I could get a better feel for it. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna measure 2 1/4 inches in from this end over, and then 2 1/4 inches from this end down. Let me just make sure I got that right. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 2 1/4 inches over. I should close my door. Whoops. Oh, there we go. 2 1/4 inches. I used to having my door open when Tom was gone. Oh, he's back now. Okay, so 2 1/4, and then and it's from the outside fabric, not the batting. Then we're going to take the ruler and we're going to draw a line from the edge of we're going to connect these 2 dots. And now we're going to go to well, you can come with me. We'll sew this one together. Okay, I'm kind of cheating on the camera angle, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to stitch right down that line. I'm going to back stitch here. Then I'm just going to turn it around. Make sure everybody's copacetic lined up, all happy. Back stitch. Ta-da! Okay. Oh man, I almost did it. I almost didn't turn the camera on. I am distracted today. I apologize, but I'm doing my best. So now we're going to open it up. Sure, we are. We're going to do it. There we go. And we're going to fold it over this way. And we're going to do the same thing, but now we've got all these weird angles to mess with. So just do your best of kind of, what's important is that these points be as kind of accurate as possible for the later on top stitching, turning kind of thing. So there we go. And then once again, we're gonna go 2 1/4. 2 1/4. And when you make your line, you're going to be smashing this down, and it's okay. Just smash it however you have to. One smash. And now we're going to do the same thing to the other one. Line up those points. Two and a half. Oh, that was probably my head, wasn't it? Sorry. I was trying to get a good look. Okay. So now I'm going to go and sew these, and then we're going to cut off the excess. I'll be right back. Okay, now we have something that looks like those things we used to do in grade school that went like, you know, and then this to pick out who you loved, or, you know, what color your boyfriend's eyes are, or whatever that thing was we used to do. Okay, so now we're going to cut off. I do 1/4 inch. We're going to cut off the excess on all 4 of those little things we just made, those little darts. Darts can be fun. I remember when I was first learning how to sew and the home ec teacher was teaching us darts, and I was, you know, you guys often comment about how you are afraid of, why am I struggling there? Of zippers, and I was that way about darts. Oh boy, it really wasn't. They're not that bad. Okay, just for funsies, let's turn it right side out and see what we have here. Look at this, how cute. They're just so cute. Push out the little corners. Okay, so now this is the lining, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did with this on this. So I'm going to do all that, and then we will put our pieces together. Okay, here comes the fun part. Not fun, but we're, you know, every little something's got a little spot that's not the greatest. we are going to put the first one we did right down inside the other one and line up the points. So we've got a point here and a point there. I found the easiest way to stitch it to be from the inside so that it's like laying like this as opposed to this. So I'm putting pins on the inside. My first thought was to put as many pins as possible. Was not the best. As few as you can get away with and still maintain everything, because you don't have a lot of room in here and the pins just get in the way. So there's 1 point. Dos point. Okay. Make sure we got everything as close together as possible. We're going to go to the sewing machine and we are going to stitch up and down and up and down and up and down until we get the top stitched together. So we have to leave something open in order to turn it. And no matter where you choose, it's not fantastic. But one of these is probably your best bet. So if you start here and you back tack here and then just keep going around until you get to being up here and then go down a little bit and back tack again, that should leave enough space to get it turned right side out. So I'm going to move the camera and we're going to sew this together. Alrighty. Come on. This is not the fun part, you guys. This is not the fun part. But it's okay. We shall win. We shall overcome. We shall make a ice cream cozy. Okay. Back tack a little bit. And up to the perch. Stop. Take a minute, make sure things are lined up. And down the other side. Are you seeing anything but my hand? No, but you're not seeing anything. Alrighty, let's see. How can we make this better? Sorry, seasickness. Let's see if that's... I'm going to give you a higher... And in a little bit. Okay. Now, gotta get my foot under there. Okay. All right, let's go again. Down to the stitching, perch, turn, back up. Oh, this is going so much better than the first one. The first one, I think I'd already ripped something out by now. Okay, points together. to the stitching arch. Turn. Make sure everything's together. Oh, son of a gun. It jumped at me. Scare me to death. Okay, yeah, that was why too many pins. It does not work out very well. Okay, but now my point isn't pinned together because that darn pin made it. Okay, I can still do this. So, okay. Down to the stitching and turn. To the point. Stop. We still good? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Stop. I feel as though that's not good. I'm going to cut it just a second and have a look. Yeah, see how I was getting like super close to the edge? I need to come back and do that again. Stop. Okay. Oop. Gotta push the foot down if you want it to go. And stop. And here we are at our last. So we're just gonna go down a little bit. Do a little back tack. And pull her out. Okay. So now I'm just gonna look at the stitching on the wrong side. Just to make sure, yeah, see here, it got super close to the edge there too. Do I feel like I need to go over that? No? Yeah, I think I do. Okay. There, now it's down past the point, just a little farther. I feel like this one should be too. Those little, just because when they turn, it pulls on the threads just a little bit, and it doesn't make for as nice a turn. All right, I'm gonna move you over. All right, let's turn it right side out. So now you have a good amount here. But don't like be yanking it too much because it's, even though it feels like it's got quite a bit of room, we don't want to be ripping anything out because I don't want to go back there again. to do. Okay, so now we are going to take our little point sticker, whichever one you choose. What is up with all the threads? Probably me. No, I didn't do it. See, that's why you don't want to do that. Let's see. Let's see about this one. Okay. My finger in there. Apologize for all the throat clearing. It will frost soon. Please let that be the truth. All right, one more. All right, now we're going to stick the lining portion back down in there. So, and push all the little corners out. A little cute little bird. All right, now, if you feel like pressing, this is your moment. Go forth and do that. I did not, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to press this one either. I'm just getting extra threads here. But we have this little problem. It's not a problem. It's just this little things that we still need to deal with. So we need to fold in the edges and pin. This feels like the batting got kind of goofy in there. Let's straighten that back up. Yep, that's better. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. And this is when you need to make a choice. Are you going to hand stitch it together, or are you going to machine stitch it? I am going to machine stitch it. Hand stitching it probably would be a little bit cleaner, but that's not what I'm going to do. So we're going to go back to the machine, and we're going to stitch top stitch from the inside, just like we did before. Just up and down and up and down and up and down, just exactly like we put it together. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. Ta-da! I didn't want to do that on camera, mostly because I did not want you to hear the words that I was going to say as I made my way around there. That is really annoying. It is a small space, and again, the pins tried to hurt me, and you know, but anyway, we're going to go to the other camera, and we shall discuss some suggestions that I would have to make this a little bit easier. I probably made it sound way worse than it was. Also, they're super washable. So if you do get it dirty, you just throw it in the washer and the dryer. You can stick like a tennis ball inside it if it needs to be reshaped a little bit. These, I can't think why you would want to put them in the microwave, but if you do, everything has to be cotton, including your thread. So like no Insul Bright, no polyester batting, no, everything has to be cotton. These all cotton. because these will go in the microwave. I use it frequently. So that's our first little project. It's a little, I don't even know what to call them. It's maybe an ice cream cozy. But I think it's got a lot more uses than that. So before we say goodbye, I just wanted to do a quick, I got, look at this beautiful envelope. Where are you guys finding these gorgeous envelopes? These are so pretty. I got this from Renee. Somehow Renee knew I loved a Charlie Parker because this card is what came with this. And she made me these, I'm assuming she made them up, but these really, really pretty key fobs. I love them, Renee. I don't even know which one. I think I'm gonna start with this one and then move over to this one. My keys are a big mess, so this is such a perfect gift. Thank you so much. So that's it for our first little project. I hope that it's helpful, and if you make a few, put them on the Facebook group and show us what you did. So be well, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.